So I'm back in San Diego. I was not able to finish all the videos while I was still in Paris. And sorry for the bad lighting, it's pretty backlit. Monday, July 29th, we went to Pere Lachaise cemetery. There's some famous people buried there, and at one point a bunch of communards were massacred there. Look, someone gave the statue lady a bottle of wine. So we were looking around for the graves of Oscar Wilde and Jim Morrison, who we found right here.
He lived in my hometown. I went to my high school.
Really?
For like a year.
You little liar.
Then this wretched woman that worked there started ringing a bell and screaming at people to get out of there. But we still hadn't seen Oscar Wilde's grave yet, so we snuck around her and found it, but she was right there, screaming at us to leave, and I just ignored her. Yeah, that's it. I guess people used to kiss it, and now there's that. The next day, a few of us took an outing to the Louvre, just to hang out outside and take pictures by the fountain and stuff. And then I tried to get my camera out in time, but I just missed another epic staring contest between Madison and Jesse.
To be continued. Yes, here. Take a photo of us. Watch our purses, men. This is a satchel. Very expensive. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna take my shoes off. Hopefully no one steals my shoes. Hopefully that's not the club.
Then Serena caught me filming her again.
Okay. I'm gonna be super cute. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Unfortunately, right after that, my camera battery ran out. So the next day, we went to the Musee d'Orsay, which has a bunch of 19th century art, which I really enjoyed. This was us just waiting outside before we could go in. So it just so happened that all 5 of them wore stripes that day, and especially the 3 in the middle, Nellie, Young, and Madison. They matched so well. It was great. This was some model of part of Paris that we were standing over. I don't think we were supposed to take pictures of it, but whatever. This is a ballroom that was the end of our tour, and it looked very nice. Then Thursday we took this colorful train to go see Monet's house at Giverny, and Kevin's head was reflected really big. Then we walked from the train station to get on a bus to Giverny, and right here in the blue was my very extraordinary French 1 teacher, Marion. It was really hot that day, but we had to go walk down this path towards his house, and Serena was telling us about plants.
But it is a willow. Yeah, the common name is a willow. Everybody knows that.
So we walked through the streets of Giverny to this nice restaurant where we had a great 5-course meal.
Do you know Blake? Blake was mine. He was mine already.
Now I just know it's contagious. Don't put that in.
So after a lot of good food and wine, we walked back through the streets toward Monet's house. And right here, Marion's jumping after some bubbles in the air. I know you can't see them, but I swear there were bubbles.
And olives. And cheese. And wine. Bacon.
Here we are in the garden. It had this little river running through it. Here's the very famous bridge that he painted.
I saw your last 2-part video.
Oh, did you like it? Here's the larger pond with all the water lilies. They're not blooming, I think, but they were there.
Oh yeah, look.
Then Leslie startled me. You suck. But then I told her she didn't really suck. Here's the pond again. I'm warning you there's going to be a lot of redundant footage because my mom loves Monet. There's been a Monet painting in my house since I was a little kid, and I've heard all about him since I was young, so I just wanted to show my mom everything I saw. That's the smaller bridge that's similar to the first one.
You're like my go-to photographer. Wait, I should be taking pictures of my cameras.
This is the view from the right side of the larger pond, relative to the direction that you enter. And over here there is another little walkway and a smaller stream that flowed on the side. Here's the bridge again from the opposite side as before. So after walking around the water lily garden for a long time, we made our way back through the underground tunnel that goes under a road towards what used to be Monet's vegetable garden and flower garden. And here's the famous pink house that he used to live in. It's now a museum to his art and his personal collection. When I saw this view, I immediately recognized it as the one depicted in the painting in my living room, except it's the opposite view, the one from, here it is, down there, facing towards the mansion. No photography was allowed inside, but here's the view from the second story looking down over his flower garden. So after one final look, it was time to go. We made our way back to the bus, and again, it was really hot that day, so the bus driver turned on the engine, and we all started cheering when the air conditioning came on. And then we saw an ostrich. That's always weird. Then it was back on the train and back to Paris for our last 9 days, I think.